What's up, internet people? This is Corey from Invest Like an Old Man, and today I'm going to talk about how I turned $300 into $5,000 in about 60 days or less. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. But before you do that, subscribe, click the button down there, like the video, and make sure you share the video. So I'm Invest Like an Old Man. Most of the time, I'm talking about don't do a lot of risky stuff, right? I'm talking about investing for the long term, growing your wealth slowly, and eventually you'll end up a millionaire. You end up very wealthy by not jumping on every train that comes around. But that does not mean that I don't take any risk. And some people confuse that. I will take small risk. And I understand what they are. They're gambling. It's trading. And that I do some of that. I don't put a substantial amount of money into it. I do small amounts. So I'm going to talk to you about today exactly what I did to turn $300 into over $5,000. So the first bet I did, and I call it a bet because that's what it was. To me, it's not really investing, but I took $300 and I bought Dogecoin. On a previous video, I shared with you why. Not because Dogecoin is anything. It's a joke and it's worthless. But I saw Elon Musk and Mark Cuban tweeting about it. So I said, hey, this is going to go up simply because of them talking about it. So I put $300 into it. And when I sold for about an 800% gain. And I sold that $300. And when I look away from the camera, I'm just looking at my numbers so I can give you accurate figures. When I sold, I made a $2,492 profit. So let's say $2,500. So that $300 was now $2,800, right? 300 of that was my original investment, 2,500 in profit. The next trade I did was I bought Urban One. Urban One is a black-owned company who has TV One, the TV station. They have Radio One, and they do a lot of local programming, but they own radio stations throughout the country. Well, they're trying to build a casino in Richmond, Virginia, and I read through the proposals, and I felt like theirs was the best one, and I felt like theirs was going to be the one that got approved, and I thought it would be an opportunity for a quick trade. So I bought it at $4.80, bought 200 shares, not at $960. And about 2 weeks after that, they did get recommended to get approved. And unfortunately, I sold too early, but I did make a pretty good profit. I sold at over $8 a share. I made $717.99 on that. So if you take the 2,800 and then you add the 700 I made, that's about $3,500 now from that original $300. And the bad thing about that Urban One, I sold it at $8. 2 weeks later, it's about $17. So I sold much too early, but I heard a guy say a quote saying I got very rich by selling too early. I'm never going to be mad that I took a profit because ultimately, I bought it as a trade and executed on it. I wish I'd made more money, but I'll take it. I almost doubled my money in 2 weeks. So that $300 is now $3,500. I won't go into the specifics, but I did some silly stuff. I bought some GameStop puts, right? GameStop's going up. There's no reason for it to go up. So I felt like in the long term it would drop. So I bought some puts, and after a couple of days of holding them, I just got tired of them. I said, am I really going to hold these puts for a year and a half, hoping that GameStop goes down with and have my money tied up? I said no. So I actually sold all the puts, and I think I took about a $210 loss, right? So I took a $210 loss. So that $3,500 is about $3,300. So the next thing I did was I took that $3,300 and I bought NIO options. So NIO is an electric vehicle company out in China. They're growing very quickly. They make some great vehicles. I actually own their stock in my larger portfolio that I'm not going to talk about today, but I bought options. And for those that don't know what options are much riskier than just buying the stock because they expire, right? So if I buy NIO stock, I've got forever for it to go up until it goes bankrupt. But I bought options, and some of my options expire in January 2023, and some expire in March of 2022. So I bought those options, and I should say $500 is what I had to turn, because when I bought these options, since I lost the 200 on GameStop puts, I ended up having to take 200 extra. So I put $3,500 into NIO options. So I took all that money that I made previously and I put it into NIO options. So as of this video today, I'm up about $2,000 on those NIO options, and that's just as of today. They could be higher or slightly lower after I do this video. So I'm up over $2,000 on that. So if you do the math, I am up a total of $5,292 from an initial $300 investment that I made less than 60 days ago. So I flipped that $300. I put it in a play account because I'm trying to see how far I can take that and flip it. I'm not selling the NIO options yet. I do believe that NIO is going to go to about $60 a share within a year. And at that point, I'm probably going to dump my NIO options, but I would have, more than doubled my money on those. And that $300 would then probably be closer to $10,000 that I've made instead of the $5,000 if NIO goes to the price that I expect it to go to. So I'm going to update you all with this, but I think it's great. I don't want to encourage risky investing, but $300 was pretty much nothing. It was money I could afford to lose. I did get lucky with the Dogecoin going up very quickly after I bought it. I bought it at 4 cents a share, and I sold it over 70 cents a share. So I'll accept I got a little lucky there. Urban One, I got a little lucky, but part of my investment strategy is looking around, not jumping with the crowd, but kind of looking around at things that are around me. And had I held that Urban One stock, I'd had a 400% gain in less than 30 days. I don't regret selling it, but I'm not going to lie, it eats at me a little bit that it's at $17 a share. And I sold it over $8, and I bought it at under 5, all in a matter of weeks. My original premise was correct. So again, I'm going to update you, but if you have any questions, comment below, send me a message, and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks.